Hi there everybody. I just thought I'd give you a quick update on what's the situation with the it's a bit of a sad news that I've just found out that the editor of Crash has passed on in just 2 years ago. I didn't even realise. It's really sad. All the people that made my kind of childhood are probably the same for yourselves. And also the artist Oliver Frey died as well. Because I was watching the Rubber Keyed Wonder on Prime Video, and it was pretty good. You know, it kind of takes you back into that time when what was the Spectrum really about, and especially with all these different people that are starting all these games and electronics wizards that are doing all this stuff on the new hardware. I got to the point where I can show you things with this one. On the Commodore 64, there was this mode that it had a character like Petsky mode. It was quite a good Petsky mode that had very good characters. What do you call it? Characters for making graphics, even though it wasn't graphics. It's like a sort of like a text mode thing that lets you, and the colours on the Commodore 64 are really great. You know, with the terminal in the Mac, you can actually do an amazing amount of things with it. I mean, it's just never ending, and they're doing more things with it as time goes. And the thing with it is that you don't want to use the Mac terminal, right? You don't want to use that one because the Mac terminal program, the Mac terminal app isn't that brilliant, right? But there is these alternatives, and the one I use is iTerm2. It's just that iTerm2, and also I use this thing called the Meslo Nerd Fonts. I think it's on a Git page somewhere. You can't download it very easily like on its own, but it's part of something else. It's part of the Power Level 10K. That's it. Power Level 10K. This guy did Power Level 10K, which is like a plugin for the terminal. You know, the one that you get with it's like this, right? It looks really simple and basic. You know, what the Power Level 10K basically is, it makes all kinds of coloured, you know, user-defined, colourful, you know, Commodore 64 and Mac fancy stuff looking graphics around that prompt, graphic characters. So I basically did the graphics characters so that they look good on that thing. So the Power Level 10K, all like that, all one word, Power Level 10K, and that's the font that this is using. This I've set up my terminal with it. Once you set up iTerm2 with that, it looks really great. But the beauty of it is that you can have these amazing characters with it. So like, you know, when you use Vim, for example, I'll show you quickly what the code looks like, so you can get an idea of what kind of thing is going on. Right, this basically, this is Vim. It's like a standard editor in Linux and Unix. What this does is it uses all underneath, it uses this thing called curses, right? But you don't notice it in Vim because Vim, you know, it's like it's built in. I mean, you notice the curses, but you don't notice graphics. There's any particular graphic potential, do you? The thing that everything runs is basically, this is really a terminal. It's curses what actually drives the display of it to make it like look like it's full screen. But there's no ability to write to the screen in a terminal. There isn't. It's all make-believe. It's all pretend. It's not like the Spectrum where you can just go print at and border this and ink that. It doesn't work that way. The terminal just has simple commands that set the cursor position and set the color pairs that can be manipulated, and then it just transmits data which updates the cursor, and that's all done by curses to make it look like it's seamlessly smooth. And it is minimum, curses is minimum use of bandwidth. You could be accessing the actual editor on a computer that's running on the computer, and the terminal will therefore just be able to display what the editor running on the computer, remote computer, is telling it to display. But it could be like a modem. It only refreshes the parts of the display as it's needed, you know. So it's got scrolling, and that's about it, you know. So it looks smooth as a terminal. So your transmission of the next bit of the code that you're trying to look at would look smooth. Curses is really great like that. But why stop at Vim? Why stop at text editing? especially when you've got this great font that this guy's invented this thing. Let me show you what I've done with mine then. So I can now go pop the right. This one is one of the frame sets that I've done for my. And by the way, I'm gonna put this online as soon as I can because it's kind of ready for going now. It's one of the frame sets that I've done. One frame set can have, and you can see you can edit all the different animations, yeah. But different frame sets can have different things. So, like for example, one frame set could be a level, as it's got the X there. You see, and then you can put that as a level and edit it to your heart's content. But it doesn't end there. You can also change the font, the palette as well. And when these menus disappear, so you can edit, it's reminding you all the time of what the keys are for, you know, for doing things with it. So when I put pen down there, for example, it's like logo sort of thing. I don't know if you remember logo, pen up command. It will just scroll by what it's doing. So it's nice and friendly. I'm trying to make it nice and friendly so people can easily get to grips with it. F1 will remind you of what the different keys are, and it's just all flashing up nicely. And now another improvement I've made is that I've made it 16 colors, so it's got low light colors and it's got high light colors, but it doesn't end there. I also made it so that you've got a choice of different palettes now. So it's a bit like the Vim. Vim has palettes, mine has as well. You've got the Trad 16 standard palette, but it's also got different palettes, right? This one, which I've made up. So you could change that to be like, depending on what kind of mood you want it for your level. The creativity potential is missed because there's people who have created really good adverts, graphics on it. Commodore 64 one. And with this one, my hope is that some people will be able to use it. The Commodore 64 one. And then you've got different brush sizes, so you can, you know, it's like trying to be as much as possible like a paint program. Desert Sky. It's a lot like Vim, isn't it? The kind of, I don't know if you've used it, but you remember it. And this one does fade it in smoothly as well, you know. It's not just like plunk. It's meant to be an artistically enhancing kind of environment. And that's what I made it to be. Blue Future. Anyway, I hope you can see the idea. So the idea is that each level will change to that. So you know, as you get the games going. I've got, like, for example, I've done this one, right? This one was just me mucking about a man smoking weed, because you obviously see these people. It's not like I smoke weed, but you can't really get away from seeing these people smoking weed. So I did like an animation of a man smoking weed, and then the idea is, well, I could then put this sprite, this animation somewhere on one of these levels. So for example, let's say you got back of the job center. That's one level, right? Check this out as well. When you go to this, I don't know if you've ever played Sim City. It does that kind of thing. It's got like a demolition kind of sound when you actually hit the panel yourself. Check this out. If this doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will. Right? I want to put this guy in here. That same guy in here. Watch this. Pen status. Put brush. Put brush. That was one of my sprites, but I can just keep going down. That's one of them. There it is. Oh, there's a bit for both. Put brush and then change it to put mode. That's it. If I go high enough. Oh no, it's a bell, but there's something wrong with it. Damn it, there's always something wrong with it. I don't know what's going on with that one. It kind of works, doesn't it? You can see it does kind of work, but the first. So the idea is you could either put it, you could either make this guy smoking weed, or you could put it as a separate like drawing, animated thing that you could have. And let me put it there anyway. What do I do to put it? I forgot. Put it there, because it works when you put it. Okay. Let's say I want to pick up some part of the area as well. Grab brush. So I just go grab my clipboard. I just select the part of the clipboard that I want, but this is working all right. I can make it different sizes. It's not very good areas to show you. G do it. So it's grabbed and then go back to put mode. kind of intuitive. Copy and paste, you know, off a graph on the shelf. And change it. Can either be, yeah, that's working perfectly. So you can copy blocks like a paint program, right? But there you go. Little glitch there. Right. So the idea is that you could make this one to like a non-player character because it's that man singing smoking there. You could be set up as a non-player character. If I go to my other menu, you'll be able to see what I mean. The non-player characters. These guys are NPC name. From here, from the non-player characters, you can select a sprite that's active. So these can then be used as things that move. That you can then tell them what to do. That man seen smoking, it's a sprite, so it's eligible to be a non-player character. Once you've made it into a non-player, I'm just going to exit there, but once you've made it into one, then you can put it in a duty. And then with the allocation, you can just leave it there. You can pass this Jackie the allocation, which is the NPC, and then you give them the duty that you want them to do, Dossy Day, and then where you want him to start. Yeah, so it could be like this guy could be happening in the undercover, and then you tell him where you want this thing to, where on the undercover you want it to start. And yeah, I think it's because I edited that one. Yeah, so it's just partly. I think that scroll bar's got a bit out of date there. I need to refresh that scroll bar. It's just using the other window. It took me ages to get that scroll bar to work properly. Something like that. But the idea is that you make that an NPC. You make one of these guys an NPC, and then from there you start making it, giving it a duty, which you give it like certain commands, like show this or that, or repeat this or that. And then from there you can do an allocation, and that allocation then puts it somewhere on the levels. Like it actually makes an allocation. To just try it. All you need is basically iTerm 2 for this thing, because it really works really fast. iTerm 2 is very efficient, it's a very great thing. And then the text, that font there, that's all you need really. And then you just you know, you can try all kinds of things there. Try a demo of this databases game, which is basically I'll go to the F12 test drive. Choose that standard avatar, yeah, recruiting. So like a GTA kind of, you know, big map. And you see how it changes the colours as you go into the palette. There's no collision detection or anything like that at the moment, right? And it's still got glitches left, right, and centre. So you have to bear with me a bit. It's running at full pelt at the moment. It's really pushing the curses system quite hard. Let me see if I can just, because it's not really fast, is it? But it's trying its best to give its best as smooth an experience as it can. But if you have high repeat rate, you can see it's not kind of able to completely. But it's amazing what it can do, isn't it? You know, it's not that bad. It's like kind of like a retro system. Changes back to that colour system. There are still pictures with the game side, because I haven't really added that much to the game side yet. But you can see all the colours have changed, can't you? So you're really getting a bit of a feel of a game though, you know. So hopefully I'll get that out and people can mess with it out. When you get that part of it going, you'll be able to program your own duties. So you've got your F12 more menu, your duty. That Dossy Day one was part of was one of the guys at the beginning. So that would be like the duty that is being run is one of these guys. So if I can kind of show you this duty, it's a bit of a glitch that duty when you actually go into the duty and start messing about, it uncompiles the duty, because the duty's got like a simple compiler. But the that's going like left and right. Let's see if I can show you that duty, which one that is. A bit more productive day. Yeah, this one, that's this one, a bit more productive day, the one that goes left and right. See if I show you Dossy day. Could be this one. Can I do it? No. Yeah, I think I probably did that. Simple basics. Okay. Let's see it now. Just right. Yeah, now the other one's not working in it. But anyway, you can see what's hopefully going on, and the amount of hopefully what I'm hoping is like the way you can link things up and the way you can just get creative with this is going to kind of blow your mind, I hope, because you can link up anything to anything, you know. So when you go off a right, and it will show you all the links there, that your left welcome, left go centric, and so undercover and blah blah blah, and you can just go wild and trying to make different things. And you want to make a new level, say for example, I'll show you like a new level. And then let's rename this level. New level. You get here, so you get like a blank canvas. You know, down, background, there, foreground. But you can see it's quite fluid, and it's nice and flowing the way it does it. I hope you'll find. So hopefully you'll be able to get creative. I'll show you that just to refresh you. Right? Grab and clipboard, grab, and then put clipboard. Do you see that? Very easy, isn't it? Put. See that? Grab. I'll show you again if you don't believe me. So you can move. Resize the thing. Grab. Put. So you thought I was talking about Marco. Hopefully, when that's kind of a bit more sorted out, you'll be able to just get it and mess about and do levels with it, and then connect them and make characters. And then as I get going with it, you'll be able to do more. So the basic thing, I'm hoping just get that stable, and then you'll be able to do things. Hopefully, keep my fingers crossed.